What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be swapping out the starter in my 2015 F150 5.0 liter 302 V8. Recently it's been having some problems starting. Recently I had a comment from somebody that said I talked too much at the beginning of the video, but I guess I'm just trying to explain what the video is going to be about, but I'll try and keep it short for that guy. Edit that out. Having some problems starting, click in a bunch of crap, and then I was getting a maintenance code, and that was for a circuit fault on the crankshaft position sensor. So I just assumed it was the sensor. I figured I'd start there. It's the cheaper of the two, being $42. Swapped out the sensor, which really sucked, and that didn't fix the problem. So it's got to be the starter. So I know for the starter down below, 2 of the bolts are a pain in the butt to get to. And then there are 3 cables we have to take off. 2 are 13 mil and the other one's a 10. So I'm gonna go down there with with that series of extensions and see if we can't get it figured out. Look at that, less than a minute and a half. Let's get to it. All right, so we are under the truck on the passenger side, and you can see the starter here. So we got the ground strap here, positive here, and the whichever one that is. That's the 10 mil. So I'm gonna start with taking those 3 off, and then our stud down here, that's the stud for the ground strap. That stud is gonna be the easiest one to get out. The other 2 towards the top are going to be the pain in the butt, but I'll get these cables off and get that bottom one off, and then update you, see if I got any tricks. I want to give you guys a little bit of an update here underneath the truck, and something I did before I started the video was disconnect the negative terminal on the battery. Obviously you're messing around with power and ground down here. You want to make sure you disconnect that so nothing's live. All right, so first thing I did was take off the little tiny lead with the 10 mil. That gave me a little more access to the 13 mil ground. Then I got that off, and then I got the positive 13 mil off. And then you're able to get the stud out from the bottom bolt. So now I just got the top 2, or the side 13 right here, and then the top 13, which is going to be pretty fun. But this is where it's going to be beneficial to have a bunch of different extensions and swivels and size ratchets, because you're going to have to put a combo together to get perfectly in here, because your subframe down here is just like totally in the way of anything. I love this 3/8 24-inch, but I wish I had a flex head, so that would have been made this a lot easier. But I will get them top 2 out, and then kind of go over what I had to do to get to them. So I'm trying to tackle this top one first, and you can't see anything. You have to just kind of feel your way, compare it to the middle bolt, and then let me show you what I got. You got to get the right combination, because you can see right there the end of my extension, my last extension. There's just enough room for me to get my ratchet on there and get the bolt out. So once I get this out, I will show you the exact combination I use, but you're just gonna have to put stuff together until it works and feel how to get that thing on the 13 mil. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but that's how I did it. Oh, here's another quick look at it with the ratchet on. You can see now, and that guy was pretty seized on there, so I'm gonna work it out of there. All right, real quick, this is the combo that I used for the top bolt. Short, and then a couple small extensions. And then for the middle bolt, which I did last, I did that combination. So deep well, and then a short. So all the bolts are out. I can tell you right now, that top one probably ain't going back in. I just got to get the starter out of there, and the new starter comes tomorrow. All right, here we have it. Amazon eBay special, $100. That was shipping, fast shipping. versus, you know, OEM. But looks like they gave us some new nuts on this one. But all right, cool, that's good. So I'm gonna start with the bottom bolt. I'm gonna put the bottom bolt in first. After I get that guy in, I'll do the middle, and then I'll try and do the top. If I struggle with the top, I'm leaving it out. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. So all right, here we go. Okay, crazy enough, I was able to get the top bolt in. It's really cramped. You got to just get your hand around there and kind of mess around with it until you feel it slide into that top spot. And then I snugged up the bottom two and then the top. And then I tightened everything. So now I'm going to put the 3 terminals back on, the negative, positive, and the, I don't know, relay signal, I guess. Should be ready to connect the battery after that. Okay, everyone, it is back together. Yeah, everything's good. So, moment of truth. Oh. Yeah. Got power. Nothing blew up. Yeah. Your terminals down there on the starter. Probably want to clean those up too. While you're down there. But yeah, I got all 3 bolts back in. Let's see if this baby starts. Oh. Oh, it's perfect. That was the problem. I didn't have to do that stupid crankshaft position sensor at all. Good. All right. Well, shut the heat off. Pull this bad boy out of the garage. Whew. All right, guys. There you go. That's how to replace a starter on your 5-liter. Not too many scuffs or scrapes. Just be patient. There's not a lot of, you get a lot of hand cramps when you're dealing with it. But if you like this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one later. Yeah, I got all 3 bolts back in. Let's see if this baby starts. Oh. Maybe I should fix that a minute. Oh. Knew it was the red one. I knew it. I mean, no. I knew it was this red one. No. No, I was wrong. Just wrong, yo. All together. I guess I don't have one. Jeez. Okay. How could I be that far off? Okay, whatever. There. Okay. Now we can test her out.